Hey guys, what's been happening? Welcome back to my new Pokemon Wi-Fi Bell. I have a question before we dive into this game. You have been playing games for years now, am I right? Your hardest boss? Let me know in the comments below. Current gamers, past gamers can always give me an answer now. For the people that never play games, those who just not find themselves an answer. So let's see how many gamers I truly have. I'm gonna go for the Stealth Rocks here, predicting the Detect or Protect. In both cases, I have a free setup here, knowing that Fake Out would have been a useless move on my part. This is an old school 4th generation Infernape that was a pretty famous lead. Kind of feeling like bringing him back. It's a request team, by the way. It's actually pretty balanced for being a request team. So I'm gonna go to Skarmory against Yanmega, easily whirlwind away, knowing that he may just switch to his Fortress, because Fortress against Skarmory, Fortress is gonna win. He can easily rapid spin. That's something Skarmory cannot do. And by the way, I have a live commentary, so I do kind of recommend, if you want to get a full feeling of this game, to go check it out. It's a 40-minute long video. The battle itself is like 30 minutes, but if you don't have time, then I can understand. But I will leave a link in description, and just pause the video right now, don't spoil it anymore. He's gonna Fire Blast away. This Elf is threatening. I really don't have too many stuff to take his moves. Well, I can take one of his moves, but the other move, just as Elf's huge move pool can be threatening in this case, and my team cannot handle it. So I'm just gonna sack my Skarmory, thinking as long as Fortress is around, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna save his Fortress for later on, Skarmory is really not gonna work for me that much. So I'm just gonna go to Raikou now that Skarmory was taken down. He's gonna decide to go to his Dusclops, and Dusclops is gonna eat my T-Bolt like Dusclops will always eat with the Evil Light. That thing pretty much never gets one hit killed by pretty much anything. You can pretty much bash Bandit Meteor Mashes coming from Metagross. I highly doubt it's gonna do half, and it's just crazy power, crazy defensive power. But here we go. I was kind of debating he's gonna switch out to Latios, but Dusclops will do, because first up, predicting the status, he did the status, but now he shows me he's got Nightshade, which kind of makes sense. I guess he was thinking I'm running dual screen. If he's watching my videos, that may just be the case, because sub Calm Mind is something people don't predict coming from me, but I was feeling like I need to have something to set up and mean pretty fast. So Raikou is like up there with a request team, so why wouldn't I use this one? And I'm just gonna T-Bolt away. I should have T-Bolt back before, but I was highly doubting it's gonna kill after one Calm Mind. But seeing that it actually does kill kind of gives me thinking maybe max damage. Here he's got to make a really risky move, predict me to sub, so he's gonna Bug Buzz away, get a speed boost and take me down, which I highly doubt, because I do have Calm Mind up. I can survive. I'm pretty sure I can survive one of his moves. And unfortunately I'm gonna predict him to predict my sub, and just straight away attack him, knowing he's not gonna detect, and that cost him his Yanmega. That was a pretty risky move on his part. Not really risky on my part, because I'm pretty sure I would have survived one of his moves. Raikou does have a respectable defense, special defense. Defense is kind of pathetic. I'm gonna go to Venusaur, thinking, well, Latios can easily handle my Raikou, and this Venusaur is specially defensive. So judging by the damage, that was like what, 75 with leftover support. That is definitely a specs Latios. The standard, the Scarf Latios tend to do around 45 to 50, and that did way too much. So he actually decided to switch out. I'm guessing he was thinking I'm running Protect just to get some more leftovers, or he's not gonna take me down, but I believe that would have been enough to take me down. I'm gonna lead seat the incoming Gliscor, gonna switch to Gyarados. This is my defensive Gyarados with a specially defensive Venusaur in hand, as well as a special defensive Skarmory. So I have that good core, and Gyarados being up there, Dragon Tail away, Intimidate, is just an absolute beast of a poke. I really would love to have a Rapid Spinner here, but it's a request team and you cannot ask for too much. Here he's gonna Draco Meteor, take me down to the Sash, so that's cool. I was actually predicting him to go to Fortress, that's why I switch out to my Infernape as he switches out to Latios. So that was kind of weird, but I guess it will do. So I just don't want that thing to really set up the rocks, that Fortress of his. So that was the reason I switch out to Infinite. That Blaze Fire Blast did a lot. And I'm gonna go to Bulbapedia now, and this Fade takes the -2 Draco Meteor specs amazingly well, and now I'm guaranteed to survive it. I'm pretty sure I would have survived -4 even with specs. Leads either way, the incoming Gliscor, which is kind of funny when you think about it. Gliscor tend to get heals up his HP with his poison, but it kind of gets to a point where he's gonna need to give me some HP, and yeah, it's kind of like a 50-50 deal here. The crazy stuff. I'm gonna predict him to predict me to switch out to my Gyarados, and he did predict me to switch out to Gyarados. So I'm gonna give Drain, predict a certain switch coming in. In this case, it's gonna be a Zelf. I'm guessing he's running T-Bolt, and that's gonna be a Death Zelf. That was an excellent play on my part. He's gonna go back to his Latios, Draco Meteor again, and that is gonna take me down. Venusaur, no reason for me to switch out. I could have switched out, but I have this Infernape, and I know Infernape is faster than majority of his guys. I'm still running the old 4th generation spread, and it's got some EVs and attacks, some EVs and special attack, and lots of EVs and speed. So it's kind of weird, but hey, it works in this game. I'm just gonna Fire Blast away, take down the Gliscor. He's left with his Fortress and his Latios. If I do miss, I don't, which means Fortress is down to the ground. Didn't really give him the opportunity to Rapid Spin away or put up the rocks, and it's up to his Latios, which is obviously going to be taken down by the Stealth Rocks. So yeah, that is what I like about Infinite. Fortress cannot just switch in and try to Rapid Spin something. If I would have put the Stealth Rocks on my Skarmory, Fortress can easily come in and pretty much Rapid Spin as I roll in or switch out. He's just gonna have the upper hand of putting up the entry hazard. That was the game, guys. Hope you have enjoyed. If you did, leave a comment, answer my question, and yeah, that is it. A little bit about my team here. Marowak is actually running max HP, max attack. It's kind of weird, but in my last 3 matches, this theme was absolutely dominating Sandstorm. It guarantees me 2 kills a game. It's crazy, because he's got that respectable defense, and for some reason it really comes into play. Until next time, take care, folks.